raking hay for Grandpa, for my dad. We had an old dump rake. And while you were pitching them out of the haystacks, then it was all right. And Grandma used to come, my mother used to come out there and pitch hay with us just like everybody else did. And most of the time it was quack grass. And if you weren't careful, by the time you got to the barn, it would slide off and then you had to reload it by hand. And I had this, first I had the old mule on the dump rake. Then when he got that mare, I used her. And I could never make a windrow to satisfy him. When he'd come along, I either had it too small, too big, or something. I could never make one to satisfy him with the hay loader. So one day, I was driving the team and he was building the load. And he said, don't ever turn on Dan's side. Because if you turned on Dan's side, the hay would poke him in the butt and he would jump. Well, this time I come to the end, I turned on Dan's side, and the next thing I heard a roar and Pa was underneath the hay loader. So I got a little bawling out for that. But we managed to get it built, get the hay done, haying done. And one time I was driving on the hay fork, and you couldn't see, you had to have somebody standing by the silo when Dad would stick the fork to holler, go ahead. So I started out, I thought they said go ahead. I started out, and all of a sudden I heard some screaming and hollering, and I looked, and here Dad was. His 2 fingers were caught in the pulley, and he was just before it went in the barn, and I stopped him. And then it backed him all the way down, and we wanted him to go to the doctor. No, they'll be all right. So he took and he rubbed his fingers in that, got him round again. That was it. So, yeah.